guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my day-to-day base for the week of February 6th through I don't know when. I didn't have the dates ready for this, so I'm so sorry. Anyways, this is a very special week because I am collabing with Carly Plans. My video will be going up first because, again, I do the base before the week of the week I'm planning. Does that make sense? You'll be seeing this the Monday of the plan with this week. However, she's doing hers in her filming planner, so you guys won't see hers until like a few weeks. But we're both using the same kit, and she came up with all the questions, and I still really wanted to collab with her. So we're both using Bella from SPC. So these are the full boxes, the deco, extra boxes and glitter headers, the fancy boxes, the little things, solid boxes, pattern boxes, bottom washi. I did pick up the extra color. These are the freebies, and I am pairing this with the Bella foil bundle from Alicia Crafts in silver. So you have the full box overlays, the underlays, glitter header overlays in deco, bottom washi, add-on page, some quotes, and then some oops that go along with this. So that is everything for the kit. I'm going to try my best to multitask where I don't screw up my base, but I'm also answering the questions that she came up with. So fingers crossed I can do this. Is it just me, or am I very upset that they are not together? And this makes a full box scene. That's so annoying. Does this make a scene? If that makes a scene, I'm going, yes. Perfection. All right. So we are going to get all of this settled really quickly, so I am not all over the place looking for this stuff while I'm answering the questions. I don't think I need this just yet. I will need the underlays. All right, that's off to the side. I'm gonna do the full boxes first. Oh no. All right, I think I know what I'm gonna do. All right, so she came up with 2 different sets of questions. The first part is about Twilight. The second part is relationships. So starting off with the Twilight ones, she asked Team Jacob or Team Edward. I think everyone probably knows this answer. I'm definitely Team Edward. I am 100% Team Vampire. I couldn't tell you why. I've just always been obsessed, not obsessed, but you know, into vampires, movies, all that stuff. So I would have to say Team Edward. While I will say when the movies first came out, I was definitely, I don't want to say that I was Team Jacob because I don't think I was ever Team Jacob, but I didn't mind. But yeah, Team Edward. The next question is, have you read the books? Which do you prefer, the books or the movies? I have not read the books. So, fun fact about me, if something is really hyped up, I have a hard time getting into it, or I don't know. How do I want to say that? That is not coming up. That is so crooked. I don't want to leave that there. See? We're already doing it. I didn't hear, and this is my introvert side showing, when I was in school, I didn't hear about Twilight until the movies came out. My oblivious self didn't realize that everyone and their mother was walking around with the books. But I did hear about the movie, so of course, and also I was very like obsessed with Paramore, and obviously they have a song in there. So, and I did it again. That's not supposed to go there because I'm trying to keep the double box. Someone help me. So needless to say, I watched the movies before I read the book, and I just never got around to reading the books. So I have to say the movies because I've never read the books. Let me put this down before I mess this up again, and then I'll read the next question. All right, the next question is your favorite book or movie of the series and least favorite, and why? All right, my favorite one has to be the first one, Twilight. I think that's, I was just always obsessed with that one growing up, and then now as I've watched them as an adult, I still have to pick Twilight. It's the least cringy for me. My least favorite would have to be when, I think the last one, Breaking Dawn Part 2, I think. I think that's the one that I do not like. Just because, I don't know, I wasn't really into that one. I just think I was always really into the first movie, so the other ones didn't really, I don't want to say impress, but I don't know, I just love the first movie. However, the last one, Breaking Dawn, I think that's what the name of the movie is. That was definitely my least favorite. The next question is, would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire? Why? Like I said, I am definitely team vampire, and yeah, I think immortality, I will say I don't think I would ever want to live forever, but it sounds cool. I don't know, I just think vampires are cooler than werewolves. No offense to anyone. All right, and then the last question is, who is your favorite Cullen? I'm extremely biased, so I'm gonna have to say Edward. However, Rosaline, is that her name? Oh, if I'm saying her name wrong, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Her, she's also my favorite. I loved her attitude. All right, so those were all of the Twilight questions. I will add to that and say that, like I said, I was obsessed with Twilight when I was growing up. I don't remember what grade I was in when it came out, but I rewatched them as an adult, and the cringe was real. I did not realize how cringy those movies were, but they were cringy. All right, now the question is, do I want to do all of the colors or do I want to nix one? I kind of want to nix this. Or should I do all 5? No, I'll just nix that one. All right, so those were all the Twilight questions. I'm boring, I'm lame, I know. And now on to her relationship questions. So the first one is, do you celebrate Valentine's Day with your man? Who else am I going to celebrate with, Carly? If yes, how? We do not celebrate. I don't think we've ever done anything, just because we always have babies around. I try to do like little things to make it special, like do a dinner or something like that at home, but we don't really do anything other than that. Since it's just me and my husband, we don't really have anyone to watch our kids, so we kind of just treat it like a normal day. However, I have been trying to buy my husband gifts for every occasion, I guess. So, yeah. But we don't do anything like extravagant. I kind of leave that up to my husband too. So if he's up for it, then cool. If not, then we don't really do anything. All right. The next question is, what is your love language? This is a question I do not like. So this is something that I never really gave too much thought to until me and my husband actually started talking about it. And it kind of opened our eyes into some of the things that we were struggling with in our relationship. And if you're gonna sit here and tell me that you've never struggled through a relationship, you're a liar. We've been married for almost 9 years, and I think that's a very long time. But we got on this topic about talking about our love languages, and my love language is definitely gifts. I like to be spoiled. I love people showing me that they thought about me, that like that's how I've always been. But I also have, like, I think, and this is a conversation that I had with my husband about how I think everyone has a little bit of all of the love languages in them. Yes, some are more dominant than the others, but with me, it's hard to say which one is my love language because I kind of gear towards all of them. I kind of like things from each one, but gifts is definitely the main one. But then I also really love, I don't know, I can go through each one. So I'm going to stick with love language. Gifts. And then another thing that me and my husband started talking about was that we project our love language onto each other. So we tend to, like, since my love language is gifts, I project that onto him, and I tend to spoil him with gifts. Did I use the same color twice? I did. And that's not his love language, so it's a little overwhelming for him just because he's like, I don't need nor want any of this. Not that he's trying to be ungrateful, but that's just not the way that he shows love. So that is something that we recently discovered, and that's something that we're both really working on because he projected on me too, and it was like we were just going in circles. While I thought I was showing my love to him with my love language, that's what I liked. That's the love language that I like to receive, and not necessarily the love language he likes to receive. So after 9 years of marriage, we finally figured that one out. So yes. Oh no, this is not my, I just screwed up my entire sidebar because I was talking. I need to do my habit trackers. So I'm going to try to stick them at the bottom because I completely forgot about them. But yeah, that's that long story. The next question is, what's something you used to believe about relationships but no longer do? I think I was this is gonna sound so bad. I was a very naive kid when it came to relationships. I thought relationships like lasted forever. It was always a fairy tale, blah blah blah. And then I quickly came to the realization that is not how life works. And I became a hard ass and just didn't. I was a very closed off person. So the fact that I found my husband was a freaking miracle. I was just not the relationship type of person. And this is a conversation me and my husband had when we started, like, the short time that we dated. I told him, I was like, I never want to get married. I never want to have kids. That's just not something that I want. And lo and behold, he was the same. And then we ended up getting married 2 months later. And now we have 3 kids. So, yeah, I was very naive. I thought relationships were like a big fairy tale. But that is not the case. Even after 9 years of marriage, it's not perfect, and I'm never... Sorry, I had to stop talking for a second. And I'm not the type to sit here and say I have the best marriage ever. No, that's unrealistic. But yeah, that is, I think that's the only thing that came to mind when I thought about that question. Yeah. The next one is, what's your favorite romantic activity? Like I said, like my love language is gifts, but my secondary love language is quality time. So if he's with me, I'm okay. Like, I don't mind just going for a walk, holding hands. Like, that's just something I like to do. I think in the beginning of our relationship, I was very much like, we have to go out, we have to do things, even though I'm a very big introvert. I did like going out and doing stuff, but now I'm just cool staying at home doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, my favorite activity would just be like, and that's so boring, but it's the truth. It's just hanging out, just staying at home, going for a walk. I don't know. All right, let me try to focus on these really quickly because I don't want to mess this up. I've already messed up a lot. But the fun fact, this movie is the reason why I wanted to move to Washington State so bad. I love rainy days. I love gloomy weather. And I was like, Washington State is the place to be. Unfortunately, I did not end up in Washington State, so. All right, let me do the date numbers before I forget. I feel like I went through those questions super fast. There's still a couple more. I just need to focus on this for 2 seconds before I mess everything up. Alright, I forgot that shows through. So I don't like that, but I have to put something there. I don't think I like that either, but we're gonna leave that there for now. Alright, so that's the first half. Alright, the next question is, if you were to go on a date right now, what would you want to do? Is nothing an answer? I don't know. It's just so hard because I don't like doing anything. I don't like leaving my house. It's a cruel world out there. If I really had to pick something, I don't know, it's just so hard because when you don't do anything, you kind of get used to and liking the doings of nothing. Like, we've been on like breakfast dates or like lunch dates, so it's not like we don't do like anything, but I don't know, maybe go travel somewhere if that was a possibility. I wouldn't be opposed to that. But realistically, that just would never happen because we have 3 young kids, so unless we take them with us. The last time we went on like a vacation, just the 2 of us, was and I think I have to use Jacob in this. No, I want to use the books. Never mind. Is that wrong? I'm gonna put Jasper up here. And I'm gonna put the books down here. I don't even remember what year it was. We went to the Bahamas. And that was fun, I guess. It was like weird just being the 2 of us. At that time, we only had my oldest, but even then it was just always us 3. So having a week-long vacation with just the 2 of us, it's like, okay, what do we do with ourselves? But nonetheless, that was fun. So maybe like a quick trip somewhere would be fun, or like an actual date night, like dinner and a movie, something like that. Who knows? I feel like I have the most boring relationship ever. Alright, so 4 is this one. But yeah, those were all of her questions. I'm sorry that I was terrible at them. I just feel like, I don't know, we're just homebodies and we're boring, okay? Like, I'll see other couples and they do so much together and I'm just like, that is not for me. I hope I have enough glitter headers. Alright, oh wait, no, I'm lying. Our last like outing together was to go see, that's not the right color, because that was not the right color. Oh, this is gonna be painful. We went to see Lady Antebellum, or Lady A, in concert, And I was just a few weeks pregnant with my 3-year-old. I'm terrible at multitasking, if you guys didn't notice. Oh, sugar. But yeah, Twilight and relationships. How fun. Alright, this past week sucked, so again, I'm gonna try to manifest all the good things for this week, because we have been getting sick. It's just been such a terrible last few weeks, and I'm just so over it. At this point, I'm begging the universe to give me a break, because I can't take it anymore. Let me take at least a week breather, please. Alright, and I need to do all of the and glitter headers. Oh, these are the oops ones. I wish I had 2 of these. I think I'm gonna do the Unconditionally one on the books. Should I do just the 4 or should I cut it? I think I'm gonna cut it for the double box here. But the soundtrack to the first movie is my favorite. I don't think there's a song on there I don't like. And before I forget, I'm gonna do the weekend banner. It looks super crooked. Alright, now I need one on Jasper. Alright, now the glitter headers. I don't think anything crazy is going on this week. Fingers crossed my kids actually go to daycare this week, because last week they did not again, because we had a tummy bug going around. So last week I had to pick up my son from daycare because he threw up at daycare. And then I found out his teacher was actually just out with a tummy bug, and he's really attached to his teacher, so I wasn't surprised that he got it. But because he had it, I had to pick up my daughter as well, so they both came home. They both had to stay home on Thursday. They were all doing fine at home. No one had any symptoms, so I was like, okay, we planned for Friday for them to go back. JK, my 3-year-old, woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and she was throwing up all day. So that was fun. My husband is not feeling good. If you cannot note here, I'm so congested and I've had a headache like all day. So mine's is probably from lack of sleep, honestly, because I've been up for who knows how long. But fun times. I need the deco. zoom out. Maybe just a little bit. All right. Should I nix the characters or should I put them in? I'm gonna nix them. So I'm gonna try to incorporate like random questions into these videos because I know it's so boring. I usually don't have anything to talk about. My life is not fun, and I know it's not fun for you guys to just listen to me nothing. Words are hard. So I want to try to do that for you guys, maybe in correlation to what the kit is about. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna try to do something. I need silver hole reinforcers. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna add some of these in. I don't want the baseball bats. Maybe I do. Should I add these few in? No, I'm just gonna be like that. Alright, so I need a glitter header on this one. Oh, I need glitter headers on all of my sidebar. What am I doing? I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I just alternate these? So my sidebar looks a little wonky because I had put my habit trackers down here because I completely forgot. But I didn't have to redo my entire sidebar. That was not going to be fun. But that is everything for this day-by-day base. I'm sorry that my answers were whack, but I did it. Thank you, Carly, for collabing with me. Look forward to watching her video in a couple weeks. Yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.